I remember this one thing you said to me, and you said there were mornings that I did not want to wake up. And that is the truly frightening thing. You know, we tend to think of the word depression as a self-indulgence, as the luxury of those who can afford it. But it is actually lethal. Describe that feeling. And how you clawed your way out of it.
There was obviously no one definite reason why I was feeling that way, but I had everything going for me, and there was no one definite, reason. And I think the most difficult part was not being able to understand what was happening. And that's when you decide to see a doctor, because they're there to help you and to tell you why certain thoughts, why certain feelings, why you're feeling a certain way. But until then, until I decided to reach out, it was my own struggle and my own battle. And of course, there's, you have friends and you have family and you have everyone who's there with you constantly, and they'll always tell you that it'll be okay. But it's hard sometimes, and you sometimes feel like they don't understand what you're going through. People who you're not very close to will always be like,
stop it now.
Come on now, like, let's watch a movie. Let's go out, let's do something. Stay over, sleep over, something. But no, you don't feel like doing anything. You don't feel like, maybe sometimes, when you're on a high, when you feel normal, it's not a constant feeling. You feel high and you feel low, and when you feel better, you feel like going out, then you reach somewhere, and suddenly in a room full of people, I could be sitting here right now and feeling completely lost. It's strange. And I think the scariest part is you don't know when it sort of
creeps up
on you. Every day was a struggle, And now when I talk to more and more people about it, or people come and talk to me about their experiences, I know of people who've struggled for 8 years, 10 years, 25 years. Some people, sort of live with it for a lifetime. And so when I compare myself to them, I feel like it was 4 months of my life. It started in Feb, and by June, July, I was okay. But like I said, it was the worst feeling of my life. And it felt like every day felt like forever. Every second felt like forever. And there were, I told you last time also, there were days where I just felt like, it's not worth this, It's not worth the strange feelings that I was feeling, and I just felt like there was no reason to live.
Unbelievable. Superb film. आपने देखी पिक्चर? बहुत कमाल की, शानदार फिल्म। और ये सलमान की मुझे लगता है उनके करियर की बेस्ट फिल्म, और उनके करियर का बेस्ट परफॉर्मेंस है। बहुत ही लाजवाब फिल्म है, और मैं कहूँगा कि हर एक इंसान को ये फिल्म देखनी चाहिए, बार बार देखनी चाहिए। दिल खुश हो गया मेरा ये फिल्म देख के।
फिल्म के लिए हाँ बोलने से पहले क्या आपने नीरजा के बारे में पढ़ा था, सुना था, या फिर फिल्म करने के बाद आपको मतलब क्या फीलिंग थी जब आप फिल्म कंप्लीट हुई? वो एहसास कैसा था आपके मन में? और राम से ये सवाल है कि राम, बहुत सारी बायोपिक बनती है बॉलीवुड में, लेकिन बहुत सारी लिबर्टीज़ ली जाती हैं और बहुत अपनी तरफ से बहुत इमेजिनरी चीज़ें ऐड की जाती हैं। तो आपने कितनी लिबर्टी ली है इस बायोपिक में, और आप दोनों से जानना चाहूँ।
I'll let Sonam answer first.
No, please don't do that. I think, Ram had told me something, and I laughed at him. I said, "नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होगा," because when we were shooting in the plane, every day I used to be like, "Oh God, I'm out of the plane." And by the end of the schedule, I'm so sorry. I said, I can't. Thank you, Ram. I said, I can't believe I get to leave this plane, and nobody else, and she didn't. So I think that's what you get out of something like this.
there is a responsibility that we have. And there was a journalist friend of mine who called up and said, Ram, do you realize what you're making, and do you realize the responsibility that is there on your shoulder? And to be trapped inside a plane for 16 hours and to try and see what that feeling, how do you capture that feeling of being inside there? And how do you actually even imagine the ordeal that the passengers would have gone through and that Neerja would have gone through? Was really what was unimaginable. And I think more than anything else, I hope that we have done justice to what happened that day in those 16 hours. Those passengers were trapped for 16 hours. And I hope that we've done justice to what they went through, because that really is, and which is why it's not just about the film, it is really about the responsibility and the memory of what really happened that day.
Because I managed to have the time, I quickly said, wait, I want to get this done to mark personal important milestones also in my life. It is today, 19th of November, is 20 years to Miss World in my life. More than anything else, this is the eve of my father's 76th birthday. Tomorrow is my dad's birthday. And while I wanted to do so much more for his 75th, I was so busy and I was so overwhelmed with motherhood and balancing out my personal and professional life. I was not able to mark it in a more spectacular manner. And today, you all have made it possible for me today to mark my father's birthday. That's the most important factor for me. And of course, you all know recently my little Aradhya has turned 3. Time flies. And I can see all of you with your own little angels here, all your babies, all your children. And I always say a smile will only have more meaning when you have a heart that gets warmed by it. So you need to find the smiles within you, and you need to spread that smile beyond you. And it's the most amazing experience in life. And I have just had it today, thanks to all of you, and thank you. I'm so glad I already personally took the step, and I will be making many such more. But to spread this happiness and this joy that we are experiencing, and this is a room full of joy, I think it's, I'll always turn to members of the media to help me spread this word, to help me spread the word and the work of Smile Train to far and wide.
I'd like to thank UTV for bringing us all together. All the people who love Yash Uncle, all the people who have been closely associated with the family. Just like to say that Yash Uncle, we'll miss you.
It's fine, it's fine. Thank you so much. Before I let all of you go, the media needs a solo picture with each one of you. Pamji, we can have you resting till then if you wish.
नमस्कार. गौतमच्या खूपच सुरेख सुरेख आठवणी माझ्याकडे. ह्या चाफ्याच्या फुलाप्रमाणे त्यांचा पण स्वभाव खूप निर्मळ, कोमल, आणि आज पण त्यांचा सुवास त्यांच्या सगळ्या फ्रेंड्सच्या लाईफमध्ये दरवळतोय. गौतम जेव्हा गेले तेव्हा मी इथे नव्हते. सॉरी, मी अमेरिकेत होते आणि तिथे मला कळलं की इंटरनेटवरनं असंच राम बघत होता इंटरनेट, आणि तो वर आला आणि म्हणाला की देयर सम न्यूज, म्हणाला तू बस, मला काहीतरी सांगायचं आहे तुला. आणि त्यांनी मला न्यूज दिली आणि आय जस्ट कुडंट बिलीव्ह इट. ती न्यूज मी कितीदा वाचली, कारण मला खरंच वाटत नव्हतं. एक गोष्टीचं मला खूपच वाईट वाटतं की जस्ट वेन आय डिसाइडेड की मी इथे नेहमीसाठी येणार आहे, ही डिसाइडेड की तो नेहमीसाठी जाणार. तर गौतम, वी मिस यू अँड वी ऑल लव यू व्हेरी व्हेरी मच.
Arjun said that the man's hands should be chopped off. What sort of punishment would you expect the judiciary to mete out?
I'm sorry, you know this. मैंने बहुत बार पहले भी बोला है कि I don't know why, by God, I was chosen for this unfortunate incident. Why should anyone go through it? क्यों? इसीलिए ना, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ लॉज नहीं है जो डर बिठाते हैं. मुझे कुछ जो कुछ भी लॉ में होगा, जो इसके साथ होगा, मैं होप करती हूँ और बिलीव करती हूँ कि कुछ ऐसा हो जो लोगों के दिल में डर बैठाए. ऐसा हुआ है, निर्भया केस में हुआ है, वो कि आगे भी होता होना चाहिए. आई थिंक होना चाहिए. एट सम लेवल वी आर अ डेमोक्रेटिक कंट्री, लेकिन वो सिर्फ बातों तक सीमित रह जाता है और इंसानों को लगता है कि वो जो चाहे कर सकते हैं. फ्री कंट्री है यार.
I think that it's such a beautiful time, and I think. Sorry, let's get really emotional. Yeah. What is the reason behind that? I think I always feel the power. Sorry. Just calm.
Please calm here. Please calm.
Okay, I'm really sorry, but I'm very, very emotional. And I think that being here is such a blessing. I'm so grateful because I've always been interested in Lord Ganesha. And I'm such a firm believer in God in all his forms. So I think when I'm in a space where it's so spiritual and so strong, it's hard for me to keep composure of my feelings. So.
Any particular reason or any particular wish you have in your mind that you want Ganesh Bhagan to fulfill?
Well, I never really ask for anything for myself. I always ask that he bestow his greatness upon all of us here and brings us happiness and prosperity to all of you, which I did ask for that, as well as my family and close friends. So that's what I asked for.
You can now click on the link given in the description below to download the official Bollywood Backstage app for the latest news and gossip.
And don't forget to subscribe to Bollywood Backstage.